speakers list. Claudette Bernier-Schiller, please come forward.
Okay. Is that about the right height? Thank you. Thank you. So I'll be talking about student academic achievement. Excuse me. Madam Chair, and I'm sorry, I should have had my glasses on. I have oil in my eyes. Esteemed trustees, Director of Education, and Superintendents of the Board, good evening. My name is Claudette, and I'm really going to speak from my heart. I'm so sorry. I taught 20 years with this board. For the students of Greater Essex County District School Board, I was known as Madame Bernier, having taught French as a supply teacher and OT in nearly every elementary school. I'm here today to ask you to consider engaging with the community agency Feeding Windsor, Essex. During my 20 years of teaching, I observed many students who were contending with depression, despair, hopelessness, and hunger. I had personally heard multiple students from grades 3 to 8 say that they wanted to kill themselves. I tried my best to support them at that time, but realized more needed to be done beyond my scope of responsibility and their capacity. I noticed that students came to school hungry and left school hungry. In many schools, students were struggling academically. Many were disruptive, making it difficult for their classmates to learn. With the added stress of the pandemic and its recovery, students have been struggling even more, causing teachers to now play not only the role of educator, but of social worker, counselor, and psychologist, as one teacher put it, speaking on behalf of the staff where she taught. The staff had received a package of support material, but this was inadequate. The principal of a local school informed me of recent mental health issues. She said the students don't have resilience and that they are not able to pay attention to their academics. Now they're not showing up and have very serious needs. I believe many of the disruptions then and now are the students' cry for help. I'm not proud to say this, however, I've often wondered, do the people of Essex County know what's going on inside the walls of our schools? Yes, I've had the privilege of teaching hundreds, perhaps thousands of precious students, and have taught alongside some very caring, devoted, unselfish, sacrificial teachers and administrators. However, during those 20 years of visiting one school after another, I cannot deny witnessing the suffering in many of those youth. Children are at risk of slipping through the cracks in this system by not receiving the crucial mental, emotional, and physical support they require. The suicide rate has not gone down in our Canadian schools. It is my understanding that according to current studies, the suicide rate in our school-age youth has increased 20% since pre-pandemic. This is appalling. The main objective of our schools is to educate our children, working to support each student's learning and nurture the development of a math mindset. Is that possible on an empty stomach? Is it possible when a family has to give up their home because of the increasing cost of living? To live where? The students need hope for better days ahead, some more than others. Ensuring a student-focused budget with allocations to care for students in crisis is crucial. Certain schools would require more help than others. This budget could enable more available food to hungry students so that they may better focus and learn. It has come to my attention that a recently retired principal from this board volunteers with the organization Feeding Windsor, Essex. Feeding Windsor, Essex is willing and eager to work with a student-focused budget to provide food for the students while at school and for one take-home meal for the weekend. A student-focused budget could also provide free tutoring to struggling students during breaks or after school. My question to you is this: will this board commit to working with Feeding Windsor, Essex to create confident learners, through personalized learning, supportive environment, and trusting relationships. Feeding Windsor Essex helps to bring mental and emotional healing. When they have youth, families working together, they bond and do community. Our school community is counting on you. Thank you for listening to me. And I have some little cards from Feeding Windsor, if you would be interested. Thank you very much.
Do I have any questions of clarification for the speaker? Trustee McKinley?
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. I was just wondering, has Feeding Windsor Essex reached out to the schools that you're concerned about? Like, I'm
Well-
just wondering, because I believe most of our schools currently have snack programs, and many of them have breakfast programs, and I'm certainly aware that we're doing what we can to help those programs.
Okay.
But has Feeding Windsor Essex made themselves known to the schools that they can help, or?
To be honest, I don't know. But I know that they have 11 sites around the city that are open to anybody 7 days a week. So I would think that our students get to benefit in that way at least. You know what? That's a good question. I don't know, but I'm just going to say I think they have. I would think surely because of the way they spoke with me, but I don't know. So that's something that I can investigate if to say I will investigate.
Any further questions? Any further questions? Thank you so much. For
Okay, you're welcome, and thank you again for listening.
Do we have